What is going on with y'all, man? It is Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, so y'all already know what's going on. Alright, y'all. Now, in this video, we gotta bring back around the Nipsey Hussle topic, right? Now, over the last couple days, when I took a little break from YouTube, I saw the recent interview that Nipsey Hussle Black Sam brother did, right? Now, in this video, I won't feature anything from that interview, but what the interview made me think of was a clip I heard a while back from Jaguar Wright. Yeah, I know, super controversial, Jaguar Wright. A lot of y'all love her, a lot of y'all don't. Oh well, right? Now, in this clip, she brought up how Lauren London worked for Diddy, and Diddy used Lauren London, aka Nunu, to help set up and sacrifice Nipsey Hussle. Now, I thought it was one of the most interesting things that I've heard come out of the industry, recently when it comes to a really deep rabbit hole, right? Now, for a lot of y'all that never heard that theory or ever heard Jaguar Wright talk about it, this is going to come from left field. But a lot of this stuff started to come out when everything was being exposed with Diddy and all of those cases, because for y'all that don't know, and I've done my digging, so we about to pull up all the receipts on the connection of Nipsey, Diddy, Lauren London, and Cassie. Lauren London and Cassie at one point were like best friends. They may even still be that. It was stated at one point you didn't see Cassie without seeing Lauren London. Maybe some of the women that watch my videos, y'all might know that because, y'all probably paid attention a little bit more than some of the guys, right? So in this video, we're going to use this to go over the connection with Hussle and P. Diddy. There's a couple of things there that I didn't even know about. And like I said, if you haven't heard this or looked over it, it's been talked about on YouTube as well since this Diddy stuff came out. But there's a connection with all four of them. They've all hung out with each other. They've all been around each other. I think Jaguar Wright even mentioned Snoop being involved in the sacrifice. So y'all know we did like 1 or 2 videos on Nipsey, and we put together some stuff that obviously shows this was an industry sacrifice, but we didn't talk about this theory at all because this theory wasn't known until all of this stuff started coming out about Diddy. And so once again, you're going to see the hand that Diddy really has in this industry when it comes to almost every single artist. And this one is pretty deep, especially involving Lauren London. Because as y'all know, she has very deep ties into the music industry all the way back into like 1999, 98. Even when she was with Lil Wayne. Y'all know they got a child together. She has deep ties in the industry. A lot deeper than people may seem to know. So y'all already know we had to come and do this video. I'm going to go ahead and stop talking. I think the first clip we'll get into will be with Jaguar Wright. Then we're going to go into the connection with Nipsey, Diddy, Lauren London, and Cassie. So with that being said, y'all, check this out.
Because if you were capable of doing what they're saying that you did to Tupac, why the f wouldn't we believe that you were capable of doing it to Nip because he was about to eclipse you?
Dang.
All of your fucking secret meetings with Diddy, and y'all fucking knew that they put Lauren on him. All those fucking Diddy parties. All of the support that Snoop has for Honeycomb. You've been moving niggas out the way, Snoop, allegedly. But you fucked up when you fucked with Nip. Y'all all fucked up when you fucked with Nip. Moved him out of the way because he was about to give Dr. Sabi to the world all over again, just like Lisa Left Eye Lopez tried to do damn near 30 years ago. Y'all niggas ain't slick. Now you want to sit up there and talk about it wasn't all what it was hitting for, and you want to talk about this. If you married a Crip, you seed up. You don't get to walk away And ain't nothing Honeycomb can do. Isn't it funny how her sister was working for him?
Wow.
Isn't that interesting? I guess that was part of the payment. His sister got to get a job working for the devil. Because I'm accusing you now, Lauren. You work with Diddy to line up your baby daddy, just like Khalees. Work with Nasquiat to line up Nas. Sue me if I'm lying. Khalees can be old news. This isn't about news. This is about motive and opportunity. They stay using desperate starlets to line up the niggas that they want out of the way. Because the easiest way to get rid of a mother is to put somebody in their bed. Look at what they did to Bashir Gray. Charlie Mack found him a wife. See how that turned out. What do y'all need? How much? I mean, is it just? Is it just? You refuse to accept that you were wrong, or is that you just don't want the truth to be right? Which one is it? No, Lauren London isn't an only child. She has a sister, and her sister was working for the Honeycomb. Capricorn.
Look, wasn't Diddy executive producer of Nipsey's album?
Exactly. And wanted him to stay the fuck away from Dr. Sabi's work. It was a blind corporation that bailed his murderer out of jail.
Now, to say the least, that was a very interesting clip. You know, no matter what y'all think about Jaguar Wright, a lot of people seem to think that Lauren London had a hand in his death. And even when he died and he was sacrificed, people was talking about that, but they just didn't have the connection. Like I said, a lot of this stuff didn't really, come to the internet until Diddy started being hit with all of these lawsuits, so on, especially with Cassie, right? And knowing that Lauren London and Cassie was as close as they were, it raises a lot of questions. Now, I think the most interesting thing about that clip, besides the fact that Jaguar Wright making the connection of Lauren London getting in bed with Nipsey Hussle in order to help Diddy sacrifice him, or just to set him up to be an industry sacrifice. The point about Diddy being the executive producer on Nipsey Hussle's last album, Victory Lap. Now, just like we talked about in one of my recent videos, they won't come and get you, and say it to your face like, oh, we're going to get you, we're going to sacrifice you tomorrow. This is a long game kind of thing. And when it comes to someone like Nipsey Hussle, usually a lot of people are involved in order for that play to be put in motion. And in order for it to happen in a way that looks like it's something that, they gave it to us so like, they gave it to us in a way that you would really believe it because you think that's how Nipsey was living. Oh, the guy was a snitch and they got into it and he was like, oh, I'm finna pull up. I'm gonna kill Nipsey because he think I'm a snitch. They gave it to you because you would believe it because Nipsey was a gang member. That's easy for the average mind to believe and just talk it up to some gang shit, some rap shit, blah, blah, blah. Now it's over with. That's why it was so many holes in the story. Y'all know we did like 2 videos. I can link both of them in this video where I picked apart all the holes and, different inconsistencies about the story. A lot of people said different things on how it happened. Even Black Sam, Nipsey Hussle brother, said something that was basically contradicting what the official story was. But I'm not saying he was lying. I'm saying he was like telling more of what I was trying to prove to people in the video about the initial confrontation that never happened between Nipsey and the guy that, killed him. But I thought it was really interesting, and I didn't know Diddy executive produced Victory Lap, which Diddy also held the album back. I don't know how long. It might have been like for a few weeks or a few months, but I got a little small clip where we'll just go into more connection with Nipsey and Diddy, where Diddy actually talks about Nipsey bringing the album to him. Now, Nipsey brought him a completed album. He didn't bring him like a halfway done album. So it kind of raises red flags on why he brought him a completed album. Diddy barely changed anything, but he held the album back from being put out because there were like problems going on where the label didn't want to credit Diddy for doing certain things to the album, blah, 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 right? But there lies a connection that a lot of people didn't know about, that Diddy and Nipsey Hussle was a lot closer than we think. And if we know, and if we've learned anything about Diddy so far, we know that he can't be trusted, and every move he makes has a motive behind it. And just so happened, Diddy is behind his last album, Victory Lap, where he sounded like this was gonna be his last album. And sure enough, a year later, the play was put in motion. Nipsey was sacrificed at 33 years old. It's crazy, but we're going to go ahead and get into the next clip and piece together more of these connections between Diddy, Hussle, Lauren London, a little bit of Cassie, and we'll keep digging into this so y'all can see that this might have actually been true about Lauren London helping set up Nipsey Hussle to be sacrificed. With that being said, y'all, check this out.
I co-produced that last record too.
Crazy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I got
Cut another check.
Yeah.
That part.
Business.
Yeah. But yeah, Puff. I brought the album to Puff when it was pretty much done. Just got his feedback, played it top to bottom. Just wanted to see what he thought. And he was like, "It's room on these records to continue to produce." He like,
You heard it. That album was already done. It was already complete and finished. Literally, one of the only things that got added to that album was the damn flute on Rap Niggas, excuse me. The flute that was added on Rap Niggas, that was played on the keys, that wasn't even played at Diddy's house. That was keys played by his homeboy.
A fan of hard work. So he's a fan of hard work and also the entrepreneurialism. He was like, "Yo, man, I want you to like mentor me." You know what I'm saying? Like Nip had no ego. So you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and was like, "I want you to mentor me. I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, like your business secrets." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Whenever you got questions, pull up." And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap. So a lot of people don't know this. We got them to change it in Wikipedia. Somebody over at the label tried to leave my name out, but he came to me and said, "I want you to be a part of helping me finish up this album." And so I was a part of not just the records I was on with him on his last album. He was like, "Yo, I'm a big fan."
All right, y'all. Now, this was one of the only pictures I could find of Nipsey, P. Diddy, and Lauren London in a photo all together. Now, when a lot of people saw this photo, they thought it was very weird that Diddy was in between them, and him and Lauren London were kind of like posing as if this is Diddy's girl, and Nipsey is just on the outside of things. But this is just a photo. This is just people, us observing how this actually looks to other people, right? A lot of people may not think anything of it. But I wanted to come in real quick because we have a very interesting clip to listen to with Lauren London when she went on Angie Martinez's podcast, and she talked about some very interesting things about death and how she attended a death seminar. And this is a must hear. And before we get into that real quick, you know, Nipsey said, this is where they all connect. Nipsey said it himself on The Breakfast Club. Lauren London put him on to Diddy. So Lauren London officially introduced Nipsey to Diddy at Cassie's birthday party. A lot of people seem to think they was having freak-offs with all three of them, as in Diddy, Lauren London, and Cassie. It makes sense. I'm probably 99% sure Lauren London was getting hit by Diddy the entire time, even while she was with Nipsey. All of this stuff is just very weird now that I'm aware of this stuff. And when you look at it and you see how Nipsey met Diddy, was introduced by Lauren London, she was already doing things with Diddy, with Cassie. Come on now. If Lauren London said Diddy was like a brother to her, and she was best friends with Cassie, and she knew what Cassie was going through with Diddy. So come on, what makes you think both of them wasn't participating in it at the same time? They on that weird industry type of time. So that right there lays the connection between Diddy and Nipsey. Now when you hear this next clip from Lauren London, it's going to make his sacrifice make even more sense than it does right now. Because it's eerie hearing her talk the way that she does. Now, I may have to put an image over this because I'm not sure if Angie Martinez copyrights. I'm going to try to find out because I kind of want y'all to see her face when she's talking. So I'm going to see if I can post it. I may have to post 2 separate videos and see if a copyright comes to it. But either way it go, y'all, we going to go ahead and get into this clip. Check this out.
In my previous years, I went to a seminar about death.
Okay, you have to tell. Well, you're
Oh
just
my
telling
God.
me this now.
I know, yeah.
Please share. Please share. Why?
I have a friend.
Why were you there, and what did you learn?
I learned that no one really dies, and that, you know, it's just an experience in the physical form, and we're attached to our personalities, but that we're just souls, and that we continue and continue and continue. And if you have a spiritual relationship with someone on earth, you will have one with them when you leave earth. So I did this like 2-day seminar on death. So
And this was how long ago?
I had to be like 25.
What sent you there?
Do
Do you find that weird though?
I'm weird.
No, it's not weird that you would go. It's almost like you were preparing yourself for what you would have to
Well,
deal
I told
with.
you I didn't have such a connection to earth at a young age.
I know, but you don't find that as like you were preparing yourself for what you were going to have to deal with.
Well, that we're all going to have to deal with.
That's true. Point. All right. Very good. That's a solid point, Lauren.
You know what I mean?
Solid
it's not
point.
just me. Like, we
You're
all
right.
have to go through it.
This is the point of this conversation.
Right?
Yes. Sorry. Like I forgot. Even I forget sometimes. This is going to happen to every single human. Because I wasn't there at Nip's service. I watched that on TV, and you came out with your kids, and I don't know if everybody, when you came out, everybody was like, because everybody had been feeling for you so strongly, and you seemed, I don't know, just like so regal and so. Did you feel that way? You looked so put together and strong.
I just felt like it was surreal. And I felt like I can honestly say God was carrying me through that. That wasn't me. That was all God. Because there was no way. I didn't even want to get dressed. I was going to wear sweats. And,
Were you really? Did
I was
somebody?
like, I'm not getting. Yeah.
Did somebody pull you aside?
Somebody pulled me aside. Puff.
Really?
Puff pulled me aside and was like, "Look, bud, you have showed everybody what it looks like to hold a man down and to love him. Now show them what it looks like when it all crumbles. That's your responsibility." I hope he doesn't mind me sharing that. But Puff was my, he's like a real brother.
He's been through a lot of loss too.
Right? So he was like, you show up. Because he heard, I guess, I don't know who told Puff I was.
Somebody called Puff. Somebody called Puff. Somebody in your family, on
Somebody
your
call
team,
Puff.
call Puff. Like, yo, talk to
Because
Lauren.
I was like, I'm wearing whatever. I'm not supposed to this. I was like giving that. And so he was like, no, show up. Show up with your head up.
Now, I know y'all already thinking exactly what I was thinking when I heard that interview. Now, I'm not a Lauren London fan or anything like that. I didn't hear it when it first came out. I heard it doing the research for this video, right? Now, she said she attended a deaf seminar, on how to grieve, on how to do certain things, whatever they may go over at those type of seminars, right? She attended the seminar right around the time that she got with Nipsey Hussle. They've been together for, quite a long time. Maybe even right after she got with Nipsey. That automatically makes you start thinking about, what kind of plan was this the whole time? Angie Martinez, she sat there and asked her, why did you go to that? Doesn't that feel weird? You were preparing yourself for what you was actually gonna have to go through. And then, of course, old girl Lauren London, trying to be spiritual and stuff, says, every human is gonna have to go through it. Of course, we all know that. We all know we will experience death. We all have our dates set in stone. But there's something very eerie about that. And the fact that Andrew Martinez, she said it twice. She was pointing it out like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, were you preparing yourself for Nipsey to die? Did you even love him in the first place? Which I highly doubt. Y'all know how this industry stuff is set up. Most of these people are set up with these, Hollywood starlets, like Jaguar Wright said. Nipsey came into the game. He got with a Hollywood chick. She was Wayne's chick. He's been passed around. The last part of that clip, which just happened to be even more support of Diddy being involved in this, he's actually the one to call her. Of course. And when I was listening to it, I just knew Diddy's name was about to pop up. The way that it was going, it was like, oh, I was going to wear anything, but someone called me. I just knew Diddy's name was finna come up. Next thing you know, she says, yeah, it was Diddy that called me and told me to pick my head up, show him what it's like when it all crumbles, represent that. Doesn't that just sound eerie? It just sounds weird, right? Now, it may be, it may be correct to call someone and be like, throw some clothes on. Don't come looking all bummy and this and that. Have some heart, be strong. That's okay. But, with everything we know about Diddy, everything we learning about what was going on with Nipsey, because the truth is yet to come out. Everything we got, her getting that call from the one and only P. Diddy, just makes it that more eerie than it already was. Of course it was Diddy that called her. Ain't that just the weirdest thing, right? And if we want to move on to other, examples of the connection with Diddy, Lauren London, y'all remember Kodak Black when he tried to go at Lauren London and was like, yo, I'm going to give you a year to grieve. I'm trying to get at you, blah, blah, blah. Also, when he was on, I think, an academics interview, he said, y'all getting mad at me, y'all coming at me. But Diddy was the one that was hitting Lauren London when she was with Nipsey. If I remember correctly, he said Diddy was hitting her while they were together. And then there was rumors that they were dating after Nipsey died, right after, because it even went all the way to TMZ. That's where I got this screenshotted photo from. This is from TMZ's page right here, because she supposedly shut down the dating rumors between her and Diddy. And I think this was right after Nipsey died. So this is how, little small things creep out that's really going on behind the scenes that most people didn't know or weren't paying attention to. But Kodak Black, obviously deep in the industry, so much shit about him as well. He put it out there already that they were smashing before Nipsey even died. So think about this. This is a giant web of, confusion, different theories, all kind of shit going on. Most of the time, this is nothing but the devil being in the details. Because, this is just a theory of, things going on that people weren't noticing. This is not the actual death scene and footage of Nipsey being on the stretcher and all that stuff I've went over in my previous videos about him, which I have a clip that I want to play that's an entirely different theory that I'm sure y'all have heard about Nipsey, on why he was really killed. But I think I might just do that on another video, make it like a little short one, and we can just kind of revisit this topic a little bit, because I kind of want to keep this video, just about this theory right here. But it's a very good one, very interesting, and it really just shows the devil being in the details. Just like I said, man, this is evil, wicked shit at its finest, and Lauren London is no exception. Just because people think she looks good, she's a woman, she this and that, but she's being used by these same devils, and she is participating in the same game. At the end of the day, she is no different. She is as evil, as wicked as they come in my eyes. She knew what was going on with Diddy and Cassie. She been knew about all this shit. She been participating in these rituals and sex rituals. She's done it all. There's no doubt in my mind. And she just may have laid in bed with Nipsey and got him sacrificed. Connected him to people that he didn't know would eventually end his life. All conspiring for one thing and one thing only. Now, was it so he didn't put out a Dr. Sebi documentary? That's left up, we will never really know that. Yes, Nick Cannon said he would continue it, and he never did, of course. He's full of shit, just like the rest of them. There's a bunch of different theories out there on Nipsey Hussle death. They took him out at 33 years old. Y'all already know what type of timing they are on. And the other clip I want to show y'all is when Charleston White talked about it, but he talks about it a little bit different. But we're going to do that one in another video. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, just to keep the focus on what we've been talking about. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. If some of y'all ain't really heard or paid attention to this theory right here, please let me know what y'all think, man. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. That being said, it's Black Balloon, and I'm going to see y'all soon. I'm out.